It is a clear and present danger not only to the people of Papua New Guinea but also to Australia. We all know this is a porous border. We all know how close we are to PNG, and we've seen this highly risky situation unfolding for some time now. I would say the government's response hasn't reflected that clear and present danger. It has been uncertain, it has been tardy, and I would urge the government to act promptly and swiftly to provide PNG with the support, with the vaccines, with the personal protective equipment that are required.
Do you think that we should have acted earlier, given
yes, I do.
This is kind of getting out of control?
Yes, I do. I mean, the point I've made for some time is that our safety, our security depends on the safety and security and stability of our neighbours and our region. That's why we do need to work with our neighbours on the rollout of the vaccine and on public health infrastructure, as well as economic recovery, because our own national security, as well as that of our neighbours and friends, including Papua New Guinea, are intertwined.
You've mentioned vaccines and PPE. What else? What other forms of support would you like?
Well, we know PNG has a lot of challenges in public health infrastructure. So whatever Australia is able to do to contain this outbreak for the people of PNG and to lessen the risk also of this generating a greater outbreak in Northern Australia, we should do.
The government's spoken about vaccine supply in Australia being an issue. Would you think that we should be prioritising our supplies at this point to PNG, even temporarily?
Well, my colleague Chris Bone, previously in the role, and Mark Butler have both made the point, raising concerns about the government's approach to vaccine supply and the number of agreements that the government entered into, which was not in accordance with world's best practice. And what I would say is this. We know that if the outbreak in Papua New Guinea is not contained, that there are risks not only to the people of Papua New Guinea but to the people of Australia. And our approach to vaccine supply should reflect that.
So I guess on that point, would then, I guess at this stage right now, would Papua New Guinea's needs be higher than ours in Australia?
I think we should work to contain the outbreak in Papua New Guinea as a matter of national urgency.
So we have some 1 million doses, locally produced doses, due to be ready in a matter of days. Would you like to see the government redirect that?
Ultimately, the government has to make these decisions. I'm simply saying this. We have the Health Minister of Australia saying this is a clear and present danger. It is a clear and present danger not only to the people of Papua New Guinea but to Australia, and our approach to vaccine should reflect that.
Anyway, Nicole Flynn told Parliament last night that senior Labor women would have known that she was subjected to harassment and bullying by Get Up and union camp and groups during the 2019 campaign. Did you play a hand in that? Did you know about it?
I want to make a few comments about Ms Flint. I want to say first, every woman has a right to be safe. Every woman. Nicole Flint has a right to be safe. You have a right to be safe. All of us have a right to be safe. Brittany Higgins had a right to be safe. We all have a right to be safe. What happened to what Ms Flint reports as having happened to her is utterly unacceptable. Is unacceptable. It is also unfair of her to seek to tie me and Tanya Plibersek to it. Now, I would say to Ms Flint, I agree with you. Let's work together to make this a better place for women. Let's use our positions, which have a certain degree of privilege, to make things better, not just for ourselves, but for all women in this workplace. So I've spoken to Tanya Plibersek, and I've said, I'll make this offer to Nicole Flynn. If she genuinely wants to sit down with Tanya and I to talk about how we can work together to make this a better place for women, a safer place for women, and how we can make workplaces across Australia safer for women, I'd be very happy to do so.
Well, you're in that privileged position. Why have you not called out that behaviour?
I haven't been asked about it, and I'm now responding, and I have always, whenever I'm asked, regardless of who the person is, about these sorts of behaviours, I would say they're unacceptable and that women have a right to be safe.